Welcome back on Denmo. Today I want to propose you the unboxing and review about the expansion, the campaign, about the Imperium Nihilus Vigilus Defiant. I want to remember you that it's the first book about such campaign. I think that I'll buy also the other one that will be released, even if I don't know exactly when it will be released. I think in the Q3 or Q4 of the year, but anyway, it will be quite interesting one. And now we can start to see the contents inside here. So we can open, we can find this nice review about the world of Nihilus, so it's really quite interesting. Here the image about the campaign itself, here the contents, then we can flip, we can find the part about a lot of backgrounds related about it. Sincerely, I bought this version because, for example, in Italian exists the cheaper one, but without a lot of part about the background. Sincerely, I want to have the background when I play the campaign. So for me, it was quite a must to use such one. So it's really quite interesting one. And as you see, there are a lot of background to read about. So I suggest you to take note about such a thing, because it can be really quite interesting, and there are a lot of things to take note, because there are the progression of the campaign, the different part of the world itself. So it's really interesting one, and there are a lot of things to read. So it's really quite amazing. As you can see, you have the way to play in a lot of different ways, because there are a lot of different parts that have been the battles in. So it's really amazing. And now we can start to see the force of war. So we can start to see the rules after the campaign. We can start to see the forces of the Imperium that are going to play in such campaign. So it's quite interesting, the different parts that has been done for the plane. As you can see, there are a lot of things. There are really a lot of things. I want to remember about you that about this in the white dwarf, you can find the link in the description or up here. You can find about the white dwarf of January 2019. You can find the new rules to play the Crimson Fist, for example. So it can be really quite interesting. There are a lot of things, as you can see. About the forces of the Adeptas Sororitas, I want to remember you that in the chapter approved 2018, and you can find in the description the link about, you can find the new rules about playing the Adeptas Sororitas. So remember to buy also the chapter approved 2018 to use such Adeptas Sororitas better, because there are the new rules about them. There are also the Imperial Knights that can be really quite interesting. About this, if you want, there is also the unboxing about the codex of the Imperial Knights, if you want, also it in the description. So it can be really quite interesting one. Then we can continue. We can find a lot of different things, as you can see, both for the Imperium and both for the orcs, so the other parts. We have also the forces about the Gestiler Kurds. Soon it will be released also the codex about such army, so it will be complete the campaign itself. So it will be a lot of things to take note. And here we can find finally the campaign rules. So it can be really quite interesting ones. So we can find a lot of different ways to add the rules in the way that you can play them. So we have, for example, the different phases that you can find, so the different ways to play, for example, the special rules applied, and the different scenarios that you can play to represent such campaign. There are a lot of things to read. Really, you can play this for quite a lot of times without repeating everything. So there are really quite a lot of interesting things about. We have the part about the narrative play missions, usually. The different scenarios that we can play about with the relative stratagems. So as you can see, there are really a lot of things that you can use to play for without any problem. There are really a lot of things. I'm jumping quite a lot of things because there are really a lot to talk about otherwise, and it will require a really lot of time to analyze them step by step. Anyway, if you want, I can do, if you write me in the comments about them. But as you can see, there are really quite a lot of different scenarios that you can play. Then we had the part about the battle zones, so you can play with different types of plane, adding the rules, so it can be really quite interesting one. There are a lot of battle zones also. As you can see, there are really quite a lot of ways to play, adapting, for example, to the different armies that you play against. For example, this, it's really good if you are going to play against Tyrannids or Genestealer Kurds. So it can be really quite interesting. Here are the war zone rules, so how to play the different war zones also. So there are quite a lot of things. The different scenarios are related to these ones. And then we had the faction rules. This can be used also for matched play, so take note about such a thing. Moreover, you have to take note that there are rules related to the models that has been released with this. So the new rules for Magnus Calgar. So Magnus Calgar adapted to be a Primaris Space Marine with his Primaris Honor Guard, so it's quite interesting one. We have a new special character about the Chaos that it's with a minute that it's quite amazing. Then we can find these that are the rules to play for the General Space Marines. There are some disquisitions about if these apply also to the other chapters of Space Marines or only to the Space Marines Codex ones. But this problem has been solved in the date of the 14 January 2019 by the Games Workshop that has released the fact that you can see up here related to the book of the Vigilus, and it was a fact that was necessary because a lot of people were doubting which one was the way to interpretation of such text. So now we have the detailed text, even if I continue thinking that it would have been better if the GW has explained such thing better in the book itself. But with such fact, there are not any more problems related to the interpretation about such thing. So we are okay. So now we can continue to see the book itself of Vigilus. Then we can find the specialist detachment about different chapters that participate in this campaign. For example, the Ultramarines, we have the Imperial Fist that has one. So there are a lot of different ones that you can play with. We have, for example, the Crimson Fist, the Black Templars. We have the Raven Wings, so the Dark Angels, the Space Wolf. So we have a lot of different ways to play. We have also for others, for example, we have about Cybernetica, so for example the Adeptus Mechanicus. We have, for example, about other things. So we have a lot of things. For example, also the Eldars that has the specialist ones. We have the Emperor Blades, the Emperor Wrath. So we have really a lot of things that we can take note about. And for example, we have also about the orcs. So there are really a lot of things that you can take note, the cult of speed, about the applying of such ones. So it can be really quite interesting ones. For example, beyond the Wag. So we have really a lot of things. And then we can finish. So what to say about such book? I think that it's really a good buy for the ones that don't play Space Marines or particular ones of the chapter that participate in this campaign can be maybe not so good, but the campaign itself is really amazing, and to represent other campaigns that you can play about, I think that can be really quite interesting one to use such book for your campaigns, because there are a lot of different things that you can play, different scenarios that you can adapt, the different battle zones, so it's really rich with everything. So about such type of amazing contents, I think that it suggests and it's worth the buying of such book. So from Dynamod it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again to the next time.